As a result, the struggle of the baby moms is intensifying since Cran Rock is pursuing Jaidyn Alexis and is willing to publicly disgrace him. Chan recently revealed that she is expecting Blueface's child once more. But what really escalates the drama is that Chrisean brought in receipts to demonstrate how Blueface is still infatuated with her and how they are still nasty on the download, even after he proposed. Wow, this is embarrassing for Jaidyn. Does this mean that Jaidyn is finally going to break up with Blueface? Blueface and Jaidyn have only been engaged for 5 minutes, and he's already out here embarrassing Jaidyn. Raise your hands if this news shocks you too. No hands. Yeah, but we could all see from the beginning that this was not going to end well, with fans discussing how they would probably not even make it down the aisle. Honey, we never expected their engagement to last only a few business days now. Y'all music object people soon realized that he was either trying to set Jaidyn up for success after Jaidyn received a lucrative contract with Columbia Music Records, or he was trying to make Chan envious. What Do You Like Big? And then recording Blueface kind of made it seem like Jaidyn got signed as an artist. But we quickly found out that she only signed some type of deal for her song Barbie. Now I'm not trying to hate on her, because it's a really big deal that she's probably going to make a big bag from. And I can't hate on that, but people were convinced that Blueface's intentions were not pure, and it didn't take long for him to prove us right. Because he's back to embarrassing Jaidyn in the worst way possible because he has still been hooking up with Cran. And she is allegedly pregnant with their second child. At least that's what she says. What makes this especially wild is the fact that Cran literally had a baby about a month ago. And now she's pregnant again. I mean, she and Blueface have been fighting since she gave birth. So when did they even get a chance to make another baby child? These two been playing in our faces the entire time. Y'all know how people were talking about how Blueface only proposed because he wanted to make Cran jealous. He even threw some obvious shade at Cran after he proposed, saying, "I got somebody who ain't ever been with nobody else. Nobody can't ever say they had my wife. I won Jaidyn, got 2 kids, 1 BD. And a ring she's really her for real follow behind these girls. If you want to, I got a real B. If you got more than one baby daddy as a woman, you are well." I think his disses were what finally made Cran snap, because she finally came out to admit that she is in fact pregnant. And that Blueface is the father plans to have more kids. Do you want more kids in the future? I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I always knew I wanted to have 12 kids, so one down, one on the way. And how was the 10 to go so Blueface didn't deny this? And this was the first sign that Cran isn't capping, because we know that he would have been all up on her and calling her out for lying, but the story gets even wilder because Cran has pretty much exposed Blueface for proposing to Jaidyn for clout, and she even went as far as to claim that the ring was actually meant for her and not Jaidyn D. That was my man. People be trolling, right? And I don't troll for real. I just got receipts. And I be telling the truth. This kind of adds up with what fans have been saying from the very start. And while Jaidyn was out here flaunting her ring, hello mother fine, __, fans began to believe Cran's claims that Blueface actually proposed to Kat with his ring after 30 Kat fans noticed that the ring seemed too small for her and was so tight that her finger was beginning to turn purple. But since this is Blueface, you know that things get much worse. Cran claimed live on Instagram that she and Blueface had spent the previous evening together and had become intimate. I believe that Blue and I truly want to spend time together alone, but that will never happen because I can't give him what he wants, and he can't give me what we want. So we just have that. That poisonous ass sex, that poisonous ass, _, I'm not a weirdo. There's no winning with you. She also sat down with Jason Lee for an interview and said, "This really think you're pregnant, like for real, I'm fertile. I just had a baby, I know, but you'll just," and he nuded you, just had, so it was like he what, yeah, talking about this my __. She didn't stop there either because she recorded a video of her in blue on the phone where he was trying to link up and smack now. You guys can feel however you want about Jaidyn, but nobody deserves to go through this. After an engagement, especially a public one, it's hella embarrassing for Jaidyn. Because Chrisean has been mocking her since the proposal, it's only going to get worse from here. Because things are bound to get nasty, Chrisean didn't stop there. Because she then went on and on about how she feels bad for hooking up with Blueface after the way he's been treating her. And their son, she said, telling him no today was a step. But how do you get rid of a soul tie? I really had to take a step back because still giving a part of me to him is effed up to my son. How I let a man that don't want to be a father to my only son still nutting me, man. Then this man texts me today. And I almost fell for that, is like, WTF? Am I doing for real? She continued and looking at my son, like hold up, cut the immature, selfish stuff out. Y'all, I'm disappointed with myself. Right now, hey Blue, go for yourself, stop hitting me up, bro, go find another bee to cream on you plus homie, that is unsafe and unsanitary. You going to around getting HIV, be the way you move okay at this point. I think she's starting to kind of overdo it a little with the whole poor me narrative and talking about how she's full of regret. We've seen this happen a couple of times before where she vowed that she was done with Blueface forever and ever, and she would never have anything to do with him. And all that stuff only for her to go back to him 5 minutes later and talk about how she loves him and will never let him go. We've seen it happen way too many times to believe her, so no one is exactly buying her lamentations. Well, Blueface then denied hitting her up. And he tweeted, if that's true, post the messages be get online. And lie all day to try and make my wife mad. We over here laughing eat dinner. One thing I find interesting is that he's denying it her up. But he's not denying hooking up with her and getting her pregnant again. I mean, for someone who loves nothing more than to drag Chan on social media, he is shockingly quiet over this. And I find that to be super interesting because he would have flown straight to Twitter to expose her for being a liar, so him not addressing that situation. But addressing the other situation makes kind of sus. And y'all wouldn't know the wild part. It's that Jaidyn knows that Blueface and Chrisean hooked up, but she's refusing to say anything because she doesn't want to lose her precious fiancé status. She knows that Blueface will end their engagement if she makes him mad, so she's just going to ignore everything as long as she gets to keep the ring. And the man she genuinely feels like she has actually won with Blueface after more than 10 long years, and she is desperate to move from fiancé to wife, even if that means that she has to live with the knowledge that her man is cheating on her with her arch-nemesis. Well, fans had a lot to say about the situation, and they left comments like, Chrisean really act like these devs. They see a man loving his woman out loud and boom, all of a sudden you pregnant, just to spite her. When was the last time Blue was featured in blogs with Jaidyn in a manner similar to that? Chan is repulsive and illiterate. She shared their fandom, videos, and tweets. This is a horrible mess. But do you think that Jaidyn will finally leave Blueface over this embarrassment? Or do you think that she's going to stay with him like she always does? Let us know in the comments below. Blueface made it all about her and her pee to spite Jaidyn. That's a deadbeat mom. No one has Junior's back. Blueface is going to text Chrisean on the day of the wedding like, this is your last chance before I walk down the aisle, girl.